Hello, welcome back to the hardcore world. It's definitely been, I think, like a month since I've last recorded, but a lot has changed. One, the watermark is gone. Two, I actually have my own account, so I made my own skin, because before I was actually borrowing a friend's, so I could not change the skin because he completely forgot the security password and stuff. But it's okay now because I bought my own. And I'm very glad that I did that. So, the original plan for today's video was to build an enchanting setup, but I'm probably not going to end up doing that because, one, I can't think of anything, and two, I genuinely feel like the only things that I've been doing in this series so far has just been building, and that's definitely getting a little bit boring. So I definitely wanted to change up what I do for this video. My map is not completely filled out yet, so there's still a bit more to explore, and if I'm lucky, I might be able to find some place where I can get some more unique resources, like a mega taiga or a giant tree taiga, so I can actually get some podzol. I don't have silk touch yet, but hopefully I'll be able to come up with an idea for an enchanting build and have the enchantments by then. So I'm just gonna bring my mule. His name is George. Yeah, hopefully he's not gonna die on the trip because that would be very sad. So one of the things I like most about these mules is that they actually have their own inventory in them, and they're still really fast on like the donkeys. As you don't know how to get them, you just have to breed the horse and a donkey together. They're actually not too hard to get. You can breed them with like a hay bale or a golden apple. I think I might have used a hay bale, but I'm not totally sure. So yeah, also this wolf right here, I found him like around the time frame when I was building that wheat farm in my last video. I don't know how, but he just kind of showed up. He spawned here. They're not supposed to be able to do that in dark forests, so that was definitely weird. But his name's Tim, and he's a bad guy, so he's just gonna be stuck on that fence post for the rest of his life. And I plan on getting him somebody to be friends with. Well, actually, no, somebody to hate even more because he's not supposed to have friends. So I don't have any bones, so I guess I'm just going to have to set out without actually doing anything. Oh yeah, I also found bamboo in a shipwreck, so that's going to be there. Something that I wish that they would port from Bedrock to Java is the ability to put the big animals like horses and donkeys inside of boats, because right now you can't. It's not impossible to travel around with them. It's still pretty easy, but it would be such a huge quality of life change, especially since they said they want to add more parity between two versions, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically to make the two versions the same. Right now I'm playing on the Java edition, if it wasn't already obvious. You can see by pushing F3, really, because that doesn't exist on Bedrock. There's a lot of differences. If you're native to like both versions, you can easily tell the differences between one version and the other. But in a situation like this doesn't seem too different, but believe it or not, watercolor on its own is actually very different between the two versions, especially between biomes. So yeah, I hope you like my cool skin. Without the helmet on, he's just kind of an angry lad. He's a mad lad. So I don't really have a main goal for where I'm going to be traveling in this adventure, I guess. I don't really have anything that I'm set to find. I mean, if I find something cool, usually adventuring is fun enough for me to just find something cool on my own without actually having a goal for it, but I don't know if that's going to happen here or not. I hope so, though. I don't really have any resources that I need, but hopefully things should be fine. These dolphins are going crazy. I hope to find like a desert temple or something. Anything that can get me a lot of good loot. So I plan on filling out the entire map before the end of this episode. But I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to cut out a ton of footage. Like, I'm not going to be able to record all of it because of how long that would take. Unless it doesn't take long, and then you guys can just hear me talk to you throughout the entire video, which I'm trying to do more now because I rewatched a lot of like in the past month. Obviously, it's not the only thing that I've been doing, but I rewatched the past 4 videos that I made, and I just can't help but notice that I'm incredibly monotone while recording, and I just want to change that because that is not like how that's not like how I am in real life. When I'm talking to other people, I'm genuinely not that unoutgoing. I'm not super introverted. So I just wanted to act that way when I'm making these videos. I guess I just kind of felt weird sort of talking to myself, which I'm literally doing right now, so I shouldn't feel so weird doing it. I don't know, it just felt weird in those last 2 videos to be talking to myself, but now I think I'm finally starting to get used to it. I'm warming myself up before actually recording, and things are getting better, and I'm finally, starting to be a little bit less monotone when I'm talking in these videos, and actually having some volume in my voice, because before I was very quiet. I was also boring you guys to death. I mean, if I fell asleep watching my own videos, then there's just no way that the few people that did watch those other ones weren't incredibly bored, because they probably were. If I was, then they were too. I don't really know why they were boring, probably because of how boring I sounded when I was talking in those videos, or maybe because the only thing I've been doing is building and nothing really exciting. But you know what? Another update is soon, and I can't stress that enough. It is going to be really, really fun because I have so many ideas planned for what I want to have happen in the Nether update, or at least for when it comes out. It's going to be really good, believe me. It's going to be the best part of the series for sure. Until they make a cave update or something, I don't know. If this world still exists by then. I cannot forget that this is hardcore because so many times I have done that and just went to the verge of death while fighting mobs outside. Mainly because my armor's really bad right now. But, actually I don't need to do that yet. So I guess I can explore on land now, which is, I guess, faster. I don't know for sure, though. So one thing I want to mention is my Twitter, which actually exists. I'm sure that, like, the few people who are watching this right now probably don't know that I have a Twitter. I guess I'll link it in the description if you want to check it out. I don't really tweet that much. It's mainly just me replying to tweets that the people on the Mojang team are talking about because, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I get pretty in depth when it comes to seeing what these people are doing and how soon we are going to be getting another update snapshot. Because if you couldn't already tell, I actually really like this game. It's one of my favorite games, like my second favorite. My first being Earthbound. That game's amazing. You should definitely check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, I just am super excited for this update. It's gonna be really big. It's gonna be super fun, and snapshots should be soon. Right now, when I'm recording this, it's probably not gonna be when it releases because it takes long for me to edit videos because I'm still sort of new at that. Which is why the last couple of videos editing wasn't the greatest. I'm really trying to improve. I'm using Shotcut, but um I'm recording this video on Monday, January. I'm not sure, but I'm too lazy to check right now. But I'm recording this the first Monday of January. Uh, Happy New Year, by the way. But what I need to focus on is the Wednesday is what's going to happen on this Wednesday because that's when they always release. That's always when they release updates. But yeah, but for prep of the Nether update actually releasing, I'm still gonna have to build a portal. I haven't done that yet, and if you've watched my recent videos, I just don't do things simply. I'm not gonna build like a wheat farm that's just a square. Man, that biome's amazing. That looks like an Am's World biome. But I'm getting sidetracked. I don't like just building things simply. Like I'm not just gonna build a couple of bookshelves and an enchanting table smack dab in the middle of the dark forest. I want something to look good, especially since other people are actually seeing my builds now because well, I'm not on a realm, one, and two, people are actually watching this. I'm making YouTube videos, if you couldn't tell from watching this. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm actually not. I find myself to be kind of okay at building. I get inspiration from other people. Like the wheat farm was inspiration from Gurian. You've probably heard of him. But I have a good time doing it. I have fun building it. It's genuinely a good thing for me. I enjoy doing it, and whenever I build something and expand my base, I get happy. It's a nice feeling to have a cool looking build inside of your base, and other people get to see it too. Not only for bragging rights, because that's what all builders thrive on, but because it makes your base more exciting. It makes it more fun to play this game and actually run around. Building is actually one of the most important parts of this game, and if you aren't good at it or don't try to strive and build a bunch of stuff around your world, the game actually gets boring for you really fast, because after you beat the dragon, there really isn't anything to do. You can find an elytra and get an entity, but then now what? If you aren't good at building, or at least don't try and build, then you have a hard time kind of doing industrializing the rest of your world and having a good time playing the game. And that's usually my final plans. What I do is I beat the dragon as soon as I possibly can. I'm taking it really slow right now because I hate playing in this world without recording. I feel bad doing it. Every other Minecraft Let's Player does that, and it's frustrating for people, like mining a bunch of diamonds off camera, which I have done, and I am guilty of it. But it's like you can't really help it because if you don't get off-camera work done, you can't get anything in the world done. You can't just record 24/7. I can't. I know. I'm sure that I can't because I have had like zero chances for this past month. It's been so busy, even during the break. Um, and yes, I'm not old enough to be out of school. I'm actually really young. You'd be surprised. I just want to say that I really do not sound like how young I am. People say that's at least a lot. I'm not going to go ahead and just say my age. I mean, I should, but nobody's asking. Nobody's even watching these videos anyway, so it's no big deal. But chances are it's younger than you think. That is a lot of blue ice. I am definitely going to be using that when I have to build another highway later on. If I even do that. because my plan for the nether is actually to well, since the nether's actually going to be a bit more of a place to explore, I might just have certain spots in the nether where I build and industrialize, and then from there I just link up portals that way, and they're just kind of in the plane of the nether. I don't really make highways in the roof or anything. Nothing too special. It's probably just going to be it's going to be a bit harder to navigate, but it'll be more interesting this way. Alright, so just from this point forward, I'm just going to be exploring until I find something interesting. So I'm just going to cut out all the video until I actually find something cool. You'll be able to see where I've gone. My map's in my offhand, so hopefully I won't take too long to actually find something cool. Okay, that is really good. I was actually hoping that I'd end up finding one of these in this journey. I'm gonna have to sleep because I really don't want to die. But Pillager outposts are really good. Not really for the raid farms because I feel like those are kind of cheaty, but mainly because I can just stick around the outposts and just let the pillagers spawn and continuously do raids and get tons of really cool rewards. Plus, I find raids to be really fun. One of the best things that they've added in a while. Oh. Oh, he has piercing. Hold on, let me eat. I don't want to die. Oh my gosh, this is dangerous. I'm getting kind of low. Oh my god, piercing's the worst. It's an enchantment that makes arrows go through entities, and shields count, so you can't actually shield it. A really annoying enchantment to deal with. But it's a good enchantment to have. Alright, so loot in here isn't always the greatest, so... But it's still worth checking. Yeah, just potatoes and some dark oak, which I have plenty of. I'll take the crossbow though. It doesn't... I can hear guys down there, but I don't see any. Oh, they're coming up. Oh, all enchanted. Oh, a patrol leader. I will not be doing a raid today. No, no. Why would you do that? Oh, my sword's gonna break. Oh god. Alright, I have to go. That's a lot of pillagers. Wow, that is so many. I've never had to go through this many pillagers at a time. You know, besides in a raid. I mean, like in an outpost. But that's really good. I don't have a banner marker. Well, I do have a white map, well, a white banner instead of George, but I don't really want to use it. So, I'll be sure to remember the spot. George saved my life just now. That's good. I like George. He's a good mule. He's a great person to travel with. But these pillagers are not, so goodbye. Oh, they shot George. How could they? These pillagers are such jerks. I don't like them. Whatever, they're gone now. But I'll definitely be sure to utilize that Pillager Outpost in the future, because that's really useful. That's really, really good. I'm actually super excited that I did find something in this journey, because this is about to get really boring. So yeah, I have just the rest of the map to fill out. This shouldn't take too long. And then after that, I'll be back home. Alright, so me and George traveled about halfway across the entire map, but it was definitely worth it because I just found this desert pyramid right next to a village. And that's great because I'll be able to exploit these guys later and get mending books and tons of food and good stuff like that. And if I get a farmer, I could easily utilize the wheat that I got from my farm even more and finally start making some profit in this world. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But anyways, I'll loot this later, maybe off camera, and I'm gonna check out this desert pyramid. That's what's most important right now. Alright, so George is gonna have to stay out here. I don't want him dying. Okay, I should just be able to dig from here and I should be fine. Okay, good. Glad I got that right. Alright, goodbye, pressure plate. Mending? Ah, that's bad. I was hoping for something way better than that, like mending or something, but no. A saddle. That's good. I can make another George. Except his name probably wouldn't be George. Horse armor. Nice. I don't really use horses that much, though, because you can't put chests on them. It's still good to have horse armor, though. Alright, a lot of saddles from this. Well, 2 saddles, a lot of rotten flesh, I should say. More the useless stuff than really the actually good stuff. Alright, so the desert pyramid was not as good as I thought it would end up being, but now I can just raid this village. I'm just going to take the hay bales for now, but I'll come back later. In fact, I'll mark it on the map so that, oh, pick those up. So I have a spot, so I know where it is, exactly where it is. But anyways, back to filling out the rest of the map. I'm almost done, which is actually kind of exciting. I didn't realize how close I was. Wow. Alright, I'll be back when it's all done. Alright, so me and George made it back safely, and I'm so glad that George is not dead, because that would have been really sad. I've already sorted everything out, I actually prepared my armor a bit. So, yeah, the adventure actually ended up being not that bad. I found an outpost, which I'm definitely going to utilize in the future. Found that village that I'm going to check out off camera in the desert temple. Yeah, so I'm really glad that ended up being pretty productive. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching so much. It really does help, and it helps even more to leave a like and subscribe, so please do that if you are interested in my channel and this video. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.